Kanye West caught on Pirate Bay.
Says it all, really, doesn't it?
Says it all. Hi guys, I'm Rob.
And I'm Jam.
And collectively we are Abstract and Logic, house DJs, producers. We've been doing it probably, how long?
5, 6, 7 years, maybe longer.
Maybe longer. I think for the best part of the last 10 years we've either been promoting events, DJing, making music, and up to the very day we are in the studio, and we're going to show you a few things we've been working on. The track we're about to show you is called
Missing You.
Yeah, it's a track from probably 2 years ago. It got a nice feature on Selected, so big up to the guys at Selected over at YouTube.
Yeah.
Probably now, how many views?
500,000.
So it's racked up a fair amount of views. It's a nice and simple sort of deep house, vocally sort of track. It's got a few elements, and we're going to run basically through the structure and a few of the sounds. We're not going to go too technical, but we do get asked from time to time, how do you make a certain sound, how do you do this structure wise. I love that element in your track, so hopefully, you know, a few of you will benefit from what we're about to show you.
Yeah.
If you like the video, share it and subscribe wherever the subscribe box is. We're also going to put a remix pack up of Missing You, so get involved. We want to hear all you guys remixing it, basically.
Yeah. Send it to us.
Doesn't matter if it's house,
any genre,
trap.
We'll be interested to hear it. Just send it away.
Yep. So let's take a look.
Let's go.
Right, Jam's going to quickly show you the intro, so any fans of the original track, you'll know how it goes.
Yeah.
So if you want to break down a few of the elements we've got going on.
I think when we started this tune, we started with the breakdown and the vocal, and then we went from the vocal into the drop after we added the dong. But we're going to run through the intro. I think we started with the kick. This kick, we were looking for quite a punchy kick, and then we ended up sampling this kick from Dr. Mika Freaks Low Stepper remix, but we don't usually tend to recycle other people's kicks. It's just kind of like worked on this tune.
Don't lie. Nah, I think on this tune we were after a specific sort of kick drum, and this one just hit the bill. Unfortunately we can't even sample it clean. I mean, if you solo the kick on its own, you'll hear it's got this little annoying click on the end of it, and fortunately for us it works with what we were trying to achieve. But you know, if we try to clip that off, you'll probably be able to see it on the screen grab, but if we try and clip that off, it just doesn't sound right. The tail of the kick just doesn't carry. So big up Low Stepper, thanks for the kick.
Yeah, man. Clap we've got just straight from the Deep House Garage pack, just a nice clap. Nice off hat. I think that one's out of the Left Wing and Cody pack.
Yeah, that's a really good pack.
Yeah, definitely recommend that one.
I mean, if you're trying to get into this sort of house production, tech house, deep house, the Left Wing and Cody, they've got 2 packs, I think.
Yeah.
One's more of a tech driven one, but highly recommend them. They're pretty good.
We've got a couple of loops. One of those loops out of the Left Wing and Cody again. 121 turntops, and the other's out of a Tom Middleton sample pack, which is also a pretty good pack.
So yeah, there's nothing real complex on the intro. We've just got obviously our drums and our percussion, and then I think we bring in a bit of vocal.
Yep, let's just unmute that. And we've also got, if you can hear, I'll just solo it, got the ARP, which is doing this kind of pattern.
Yeah, nice and basic ARP.
And that's coming from
what we're running, Nexus. So yeah, we've just got a few basic elements really that kind of make the intro a bit more full.
A few sound effects added here and there, a couple of risers, and then we go into the breakdown.
Right, so we're just going to have a quick look through the breakdown now. I mean, the breakdown doesn't really consist of you know, a massive amount musically. We've put in a Reese sort of, I don't know, a Reese saw kind of noise, and I'll play that now. Again, that just follows the bass pattern really. I think the noise itself is something that we tried to use a couple of years back when we were kind of establishing the sort of housey underground sound. I think the Reese kind of epitomises that kind of, you know, sort of drum and bass, underground sort of vibe. And, you know, fair enough, the vocal is quite commercial, it's quite, you know, mainstream, but we wanted to kind of blend the two together. So the vocal, in terms of processing, you know, the main vocal is really clean, so we didn't really have to do a lot. We've just got a basic reverb. This is the Native Reverb Plus, which is the package basically that we tend to use. We use this and we use the Arts Acoustic Reverb. It just depends what sort of sound you want to go for. I think that, you know, the default preset on this is quite simple and kind of suits what we're going for.
Sounds just like a generic reverb, doesn't it? It's quite...
Yeah, it's quite clean. The top end is pretty nice on it. Just to quickly show you, I mean, we've given the old deep house effect with a pitch down vocal, so I can play that on its own. Sounds like a demon, sounds like something weird, but so the pitch wheel is a plugin that we use, VST plugin, very simple, and I'll quickly show you. Just a simple pitch bend. There's numerous ways you can achieve this. You can do it within your editor, so if you're using Fruity Loops, Ableton, we use Cubase. You know, I think with this it gives you a bit more flexibility, that you don't have to stick with the same pitch, and it works in seconds. It's fairly clean as well. So we've pitched down the vocal just to add a sort of vocal layer that gives it that deep housey sound. Minus 12, make sure it stays in key. So if we have a quick look at the percussion we've got going on, I think we've sampled the loop and chucked a filter on it.
Yeah, I think that might automate down.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see here, just ever so slightly, you should be able to pick it up on the screenshot. We've got just the filter slowly low passing down as it builds up. We've then brought in the rides, just a simple set of rides. I think they're out of the Vengeance Club pack. Again, the Vengeance Club samples, I'm sure you're all aware of them. They're used in quite a lot of dance music. They're just really clean and everything you could ever want from them, really. So the main sort of build up kind of brings you to the bass. I mean, we've sampled the actual bass we've used in this, I think just so we can automate the sort of build up noise we've done. But it's just a really simple donk noise. Again, we were trying to keep up with the deep house sound at the time.
I think that donk's out the Tom Middleton pack as well. I think we
there's a tip for you.
Rinse that one at the time.
Yeah, just a simple donk sort of bass sound. We haven't sampled it directly from or created it directly from a VST. It's just purely a sample. So go and check that one out. We've just got a simple build-up progression. Donk, 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 donk. Again, I think we've high-passed the bass out, just so when the bass actually kicks in on the main drop, you've got that bottom end.
So, as you can hear, we've got the bass soloed, all of it together, and we also chucked in a reverse donk, a couple of reverse donks, and a womp.
Just fills it out. I mean, the bass pattern on its own, if you just have a quick flick into the bass pattern, very simple. And what we'll do is we'll put a little remix pack together, so that you've got the MIDI and you can basically do your own version of this. So in the gaps, we've got a couple of reverse womps and a
reverse,
just a high pass donk, isn't it?
High pass donk, yeah, with a lot more reverb on.
Pretty simple, just keeps the vibe flowing. Right, another element we've added, a bit more musical, is just a single layer string. Now again, it's a nice typical deep house sort of kind of sound you do, and
I think we got that from the M1 VST plugin.
Yeah,
then I think we sampled that, threw it straight into here as audio, chopped off the first bit, and just enveloped it to give it that sidechain kind of sound.
Yeah, I mean, we sometimes use a plugin for side chains. I know there's a couple of really good ones out there. The Vengeance one,
yeah.
You need a dongle for that. Definitely worth looking at. But if you just want a simple sidechain effect, you can just sample anything as an audio file, and then obviously cut it to the beat or to whatever sort of quantize you want to chop it to, and then just put a basic envelope on it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no rocket science involved there, and it gives it that, you know, proper housey, deep house sort of feel.
When we got to this section, just before we wanted to put in this little section here before we went to the second breakdown, and we basically just got the Reese from the breakdown, put that over the drums, and then we added in these.
Just little don kits really,
just to make it a bit different, and then we go straight from there into the second breakdown.
Right, so we've took you through sort of the main elements of the track. To be honest, it's not that musical. We haven't really, you know, put that many elements such as piano, pads, all the typical things you might think that would go into a track like this. Pretty simple, pretty basic, but you know, the best tracks you often find aren't complicated, to be honest. I'll just quickly show you through the second breakdown into the last drop, and then we'll take a quick look at the outro, which again is very, very simple. So we've got the main vocal running, obviously sat over the bass, and then we go into that build up again, nice and simple. And what you can probably see on the bass is, you know, we've stuck with a very, very simple pattern. And unlike the first breakdown, we haven't got all the fills in. I mean, I know we've muted that one, but the little filler donk in here, we haven't actually put that in. It's just very basic. We've kept it simple. I think because we've got the vocal running over the sort of the last drop, yeah, we want to put the emphasis on the vocal. We want people to be singing along, you know, that sort of vibe. So if we go, basically the transition between the last drop and then into the outro sort of bit, we bring the vocals back in. Okay. So building up to the outro, all we've got is the snare. We drop the kicks on the breakdown over here. And basically the outro is very, very simple. In terms of percussion, we've just got the kick, the clap, the hats, obviously the side chain strings that we showed you earlier, and really a bit of vocal, and that kind of extends all the way through. Again, the last sort of 8 bars, we haven't included the bass. You'll be able to hear that now.
Just roll it out.
Nice and simple. And there we have it.
Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. We've shown you a few of the basics.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, any questions, any advice, just leave it in the comments. We're going to put a remix pack below, so you can go and grab that, and we want to hear your remixes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what style you are.
Email it to us at
contact@abstractandlogic.com.
Yeah.
Check out all of our SoundCloud and whatever.
YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Check it all out. But yeah, next time, what we're going to be doing?
We'll let you guys decide.
I mean, we'll definitely look at some of the more technical elements, because I know a lot of you have got the basics down to a T, the structure, the layout, like we've just sort of touched on.
We can do some more technical stuff, and then
Sounds
If
good.
there's anything you want us to go over, just let us know and leave it in the comments.
See you later. If you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always got.
I guess so.
Proverbs.
Can't moan at what we've got.
Probably won't put that in.
Kanye West?
Kanye
Pirate Bay.
West caught on Pirate Bay.
Says it all, really,
Said
don't
it all.